Hello, dear friends. Here we are again together for another study of the book Right Path by Emmanuel through the medium Ch6 Xavier. And here we are, live or on demand from the Spirit Society of Richmond in collaboration with Kardec Radio. We have these teachings for you. And today we're going to study chapter 6 that is titled Before Peace. Isn't that a beautiful teachings for today? I hope you're doing very well, and I will be with you here today. We're going to read the message, comment on it, and then we're going to end our studies with a final prayer. So I'm going to read to you the words of Emmanuel on the chapter titled Before Peace. He says, understanding patience in the light of the science of peace. Do not seek peace at a distance, since it resides in yourself. Peace, however, is based on the law of exchange that maintains the balance of the universe through the binomial giving and receiving. Sow peace that you may reap it. When it is not possible for you to provide the security of the environment filled with restlessness, visualize peace through word and thought. Facing people who are sick, silence topics capable of creating agitation and offer them tranquility, making connections with themes capable of guaranteeing it. In the meantime, if tranquility is not given to you, send ideas of comfort and encouragement to the sick, endeavoring to protect their mental forces threatened by misrule. Encountering discord, remain with the truth and enlighten the path, also emitting thoughts of peace towards the brothers in contention. And if you speak, pronounce the edifying phrase that can extinguish the foci of disturbance or imbalance. Speaking with some less fortunate creature, however great the motives that make him or her unpleasant, recall the bonds of brotherhood that unite you fundamentally to one another. Also, seek to support him or her mentally, blessing their presence with silent messages of love and renewal. If you receive news about someone's afflictions and trials, address him thoughts of understanding and comfort that will favor their readjustments. Talking, calm those who listen to you. Writing, articulate images of optimism and confidence, serenity and joy. Remembering friends or enemies, send them wishes for success on the tasks and commitments they embrace. Whoever they are, help how and when you can, so that all communicate with you, remain in peace and joy. Every consciousness in the exalted creation of God is a nucleus of independent life in the imperishable life. Reflect on the importance of your own immortality and remember where you are, that your environment's peace invariably begins with you. We take a deep breath, and then we take peace in and tranquility. So this is and how to be peaceful and how to bring peace to humanity. So he's saying here, do not seek peace at a distance, since it resides in yourself. First question of the day, do you feel peaceful? Do you feel that peace resides within you? at times when life is difficult, sometimes it may be hard for us to visualize that life, that peace resides within us, because we're always agitated, doing and thinking and going from A to B and working in family, community. And then what we have is this sense of agitation. But he said, no, peace is not out there. Peace is within, residing in yourself. So feel peaceful. Visualize tranquility and peace. See yourself as a peacemaker. Blessed are the peacemakers, right? He says the law of exchange, the binomial giving and receiving. And he says, sow peace so you may reap it. That's almost a commandment, right? Sow peace so you may reap it. But because he's a higher spirit, he's a loving and kind spirit that is giving these teachings to us, he doesn't just say, go sow peace. He actually tells us how. He says, when you're not able to provide the security of the environment, and the environment's filled with restlessness, visualize peace through word and thought. So it's not just about being silent, it's about your mental life. So he says, visualize peace through word and thought. Let's say today you go somewhere and someone is angry or upset and they're having an argument. You may not be able to go in and provide safety and tranquility, but you can visualize them making amends. You can breathe in, breathe out. In humans, we have mirror neurons. As a scientist, a neuroscientist, I can tell you. That means whatever you're seeing, you can copy it. You usually are mirroring the behaviors of others. So you can model visualizing peace. You can take deep breath out. You can modulate your voice. You can, if you can, ask kindly. Visualize them. Visualize the mentors coming to the room. Soothing vibrations of peace and love all over. At first you'll feel strange, but with time you're going to understand, as Emmanuel says in the book Thought and Life, thought is life. We are under the command of our will. We can willfully be loving and kind and peaceful. He says, if you are facing someone who is sick, silence topics capable of creating agitation. So if someone tells you they're sick, they're not feeling well, instead of feeding it, instead of remembering that time when you had something similar occur to you, avoid those topics, he says. Offer them tranquility. Making connections with themes capable of guaranteeing it. So instead of feeding the fire, you quench the fire and you bring topics that will guarantee that tranquility. Isn't that a beautiful way of giving us tools and tips? No wonder the book is titled Right Path, right? Because we need to find the right path towards God. He says, when you encounter discord, remain with the truth and enlighten the path, but also emitting thoughts of peace towards our brothers in contentions. When you speak, pronounce the edifying phrase that it can help extinguish the foresight of a disturbance or imbalance. So don't feed the fire. Extinguish that foresight of disturbance. You can always bring reason. You can visualize peace. Everything in our lives starts with thoughts. Thoughts, emotions, ideas, action. So before reacting, take a deep breath. Allow the cells of your body to receive that oxygen. Think good things. Visualize peace everywhere you go. It says, speaking with less fortunate creatures, however great the motives that make him or her unpleasant, recall the bonds of brotherhood that unite us. So fundamentally, you and I are children of God. By definition, we have one father or one mother. Therefore, we are brothers and sisters in humanity. No matter where we live, no matter what language we speak, no matter what religion we believe, no matter the actions we take, you and I are brothers and sisters. And he's saying, recall the bonds of brotherhood. The differences between us is what makes our life vibrant. God made things different. Look around you, look at nature. Even within an organism, there's nothing that is alike. Even within a tree, there are no two leaves that are the same. The flowers, the animals, the birds, diversity is everywhere. And that's what makes our lives richer. But ultimately, we are children of God. We are immortal spirits that are leaving this physical existence to progress. And we are in this together. We are on earth together. He says, seek to support him or her mentally, blessing their presence with silent messages of love and renewal. He's telling us here, think peace, visualize peace, think words of peace, express words of peace. But sometimes silent message is what we need. Sometimes we need to stop talking, blah, 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 and listening to people. You don't have to talk all the time. Silence is okay. He says, silent message of love and renewal. Task number 1. Today, as you go through your day, we broadcast this on Tuesdays at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go spreading silent messages of love and renewal. If you're able to express love and renewal and peace, fine. But let's say, for example, as you brush your teeth, send messages of love and peace to your family members. You're driving, visualize peace, love, and send those messages of love. You are a child of God. You are here to progress. May your day be bright. Instead of just talking, take a day of silence. Take a day where you reduce your need to speak and you send these silent messages of love and renewal. And do you know where you can see the examples of these? In the book Jesus in the Home. In the book Jesus in the Home, you're going to see that Jesus led the studies in Simon Peter's house, and there's a lot of pauses. There's silence. There's Jesus listening to people. Imagine if you had Jesus Christ in front of you, and he's listening to you, and the disciples are like blah, 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 blah. Sometimes they argue, sometimes they fight, and Jesus is probably just sending those messages of love, like smiling with his eyes, kind eyes, lucid eyes. There's a lot of that we still need to master in terms of our body language that allow us to be fully complete. So if you receive news of someone's afflictions and trials, address him or her with thoughts of understanding and comfort. So today we may hear something or learn about someone we know that is undergoing difficulties. So Emmanuel is saying here, address him thoughts of understanding. So we already have peace living, residing within ourselves, visualizing peace through word and thought. We can send ideas of comfort and encouragement to the sick. We can pronounce edifying words. We can bless people with silent messages of love. Now we have thoughts of understanding and comfort. And here more tips. When talking, calm those who listen to you. Don't make matters worse. Writing, articulate images of optimism, confidence, serenity, and joy. So I'm going to stop here to make a comment. Today when you write on your Twitter account, on your Instagram account, on your Facebook account, or if you post to YouTube or whatever, Twitch, whatever the new thing is. Because you may be watching this 5 years and you don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But in wherever you are, whatever social media, whatever means of communication you have, use it for the good. Do not incite discord. Do not put things that are controversial and may not true. Do not invite this online fighting that folks are doing out there. He's saying silent message of love, visualizing peace. So he's saying talking, calm those, writing, articulate images of optimism, confidence, serenity, and joy. So I'm going to invite you. Go to wherever you go for social media. Search for encouraging messages. All of the spirit societies that I know of these days have an Instagram account, including here in Richmond, Virginia. We post every other day. We post prayers. Every other day we post messages. Everybody else, you see that. Share that. Visualize goodness. Find those good things. Write a little message. Translate a little message. Put on your post. Give citation, author. You might be helping someone for that visualization of peace. Share this study so someone out there can be helped. It's not about us. It's about helping everybody, recalling the bonds of brotherhood. But we cannot use the means of communications we have today to sow discord anymore. In the times of transition of the planet, we have to be mindful that we are an instrument. We are co-creating with God. What co-creation do you want to do? You want to co-create in the good, because we don't want to go to the spiritual realm and find ourselves there with remorse and guilt that will cause suffering until we can readjust and be rescued. So he's saying, writing articulate images of optimism and confidence, serenity, and joy. Remembering friends or enemies, sends them wishes for success on the tasks and commitments they embrace. That's another article. If you're seeing me do this, and you've seen these works of all the hosts of Kardec Radio and all the Spirit Society, please send us love, send us kindness, encouragement on the tasks. And we will send you and encourage you to take up the good tasks in the works of Spiritism. You are a co-creator. You know of this. You need to share. You need to create content that is uplifting, because we are in the last, we're workers of the last hour. We cannot waste this opportunity. And when we see someone doing that we wish we could do what we can't, we send them love. We do not send them envy. We do not send jealousy. We go take up our shovel and go work. Go plow. Go sow the peace. And if you have the opportunity, do a program. Write messages. Translate. Get in touch with Kardec Radio. There's so much work of the good that needs to be done. And we need to encourage folks. And not only focus on what goes wrong on their videos and posts, but focus on what went good. Done is better than perfect. So do not sit back and be a critic of this work. Be a collaborator. Co-create with Jesus. This message in this work is from the Master. It's not from me. It's not from you. It's the Master's work. He is inviting us, as the governor of the planet, to take an active role in improving the planet where we live. Later he says, reflect on the importance of your own immortality and remember where you are, that your environment's peace invariably begins with you. In the Jesus in the Home book, chapter 1, Jesus says this, chapter 1 or 2, says the home is the school of souls. And he says, each home prepares citizens for the world. So when we sow peace and love in our families, we're preparing the inhabitants of that family to inhabit the community, and they can bring peace to the community one person at a time. It's up to you, it's up to me to start today, to feel the peace resides inside of us, to sow words of love and kindness, to send peace, thoughts of peace, sentiments of comfort, and join Jesus in improving the overall spiritual environment of where we are and fulfilling the mission that God has for you in this universe and for all of us, for that matter. Friends, thank you so much. I hope that you've enjoyed it. And before we go, get your water. And I'm going to invite you for a prayer, because we want to wrap up this session in connection with the divine. So in Spiritism, we encourage prayer where you close your eyes if you're able to do so. There's no rituals. You can pray anywhere, doing anything at all times. But take a few minutes with me if you can. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then we will close our eyes to eliminate some of the outward distractions, and we'll repeat the words of the prayer mentally for us to connect and to augment the thoughts out to the universe. Shall we? Dear Mother, Father God, thank you for the teachings we received today. We thank you dear Emmanuel and Ch6 Xavier, for their untiring work, their dedication to the teachings, and for having brought us the book Right Path. Dear God, we thank you for the opportunity of being together. We thank you for these teachings and for allowing us to celebrate peace everywhere we go. Dear God, we ask you that we are instruments of peace, that we are able to open our hearts to love all of the brothers and sisters in humanity today and always. Dear God, use us as instruments of your will. May today our actions be filled with words of encouragement, thoughts of hope and comfort to all of those who we encounter. We send our loving thoughts of peace to all of us in both realms of life, near and far. We hope that thoughts, words, and actions that bring peace can be inspired in all of humanity. Dear God, we pray that we are able to help you today, to co-create with you thoughts of encouragement, thoughts of peace and tranquility, quenching the fires of discord and discouragement. May we bring hope, consolation, healing, encouragement to all of those that we encounter today. We thank you for your blessings. We ask you for your protection. And with your permission, we end our studies today. And so be it. Dear friends, thank you very much for being with me today. And remember, every Tuesday at 8 a.m., we're going to study another chapter of the book Right Path by the Spirit Emmanuel through the medium Ch6 Xavier. And until next time, I wish you many, many blessings, and may your day be filled with thoughts and actions that bring peace to you and all of everyone you love. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.